All right guys, welcome back to another episode of Manji TV. Today we are going to be pulling out the interior of the M2 race car. It's finally time for the next step of the build. We're going to be installing all of the carbon fiber, some Sparco racing seats, some Mach Schnell sliders, and a bunch of other goodies, so you're not going to want to miss this. First things first, we got to get these seats out. We just picked up a scale so we can weigh the seats. We're going to go ahead and get these bad boys out. Let's get one last look at them before we pull them out. Standard M2 seats with the blue stitch. We've got a fellow customer here who has a base model M2 and is going to be installing them in his base model M2 as a nice upgrade. So all this stuff has to go. I am going to miss the heated seats, but it's worth it for the sake of speed and weight reduction. Back seat is coming out. Door panels, cards, everything coming out. I don't know that we're going to pull the headliner right away, but headliner is eventually going to be coming out as well, so that we can pull the roof skin, and the windows will be coming out for the cage. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get it done. All right guys, we'll get one more look at these seats. They're in really good condition. Honestly, this passenger seat hardly has any wear. Same with the driver. So score for this guy, but we also needed a reason to take them out. It's kind of hard to just pull these out and have them sitting around and get damaged when I'm trying to sell them and make money off of them. So all right guys, so Morgan's getting the last two bolts on the back. He before I could even film it, pulled out the passenger side. Super easy though. What is it, a T50? Yeah. T50 Torx bit. You got 4 screws. Super easy, and one connector here. So we've gone ahead and removed everything. We'll give this thing a nice vacuum out once we get them out. We gotta weigh these bad boys. What's your guess for the weight of the seats, Morgan? Morgan's saying 100 pounds. I'm gonna go with 82.5. It's maybe like I know something or something, but I don't know. I seem to remember seeing a video somewhere where they were like 85 pounds or 82 pounds, so that's what I'm going with. Here it goes, the last one. Careful with the steering wheel. Move it up if anything. There it is, there's the seat. No more seats in this car. All right guys, we got the scale zeroed out. What do you do here? All right, there it is. It's on. Throw it on there. 0. Let's see. It says 80 something. I can't see. Let's see. I'm gonna grab my phone. Film it with the phone.
Now it's just hard to see underneath the seat.
Oh, I think it turned off too.
They will hold it when...
All right guys, I don't know if you can see that, but I'll spin the GoPro around. 57.5 pounds. Quite a bit lighter than I was expecting, honestly. That's not bad. But 115 pounds essentially between the two of them. Some nice weight reduction. Very well. Should we try the other seat just to see if there's any difference? Shouldn't be, huh? What a stupid scale, dude. Why does it turn off? Let's see, guys. Same exact weight. Now we know. 57.5 pounds. One done. Sad to see it go, but also happy to cover the cost of new seats and seat rails. And honestly, like I said, I'm actually kind of stoked to be able to keep the center console and the door cards, because even though we're doing the carbon ones, part of me is gonna miss these pockets, and who knows, it may just be easier to leave this center console in place for now until we get the other one ready to kind of more caged out and just stripped. I don't know exactly. I think we are gonna pull the back seat out. I don't know. Go full strip probably right now. Might as well. Say goodbye to the old seats. Goodbye seats. We got 2,500 bucks for them. Not bad. It was worth it. Helps continue the build. Thank you, bud. Enjoy. All right, guys. Time to fully strip this thing. Let's pull these back seats out and weigh them, I guess. What's the point of leaving them in now after this? I really wasn't ready to sell them. I mean, I was waiting for this, but was not expecting it to be so quick. The guy met us on Saturday and just decided that he wanted to buy the seats. We kind of talked about him coming midweek, and then he was blowing me up yesterday to come today. I think he was pretty eager to get him. I think he knew he had a steal of a deal. 2,500 it's reasonable. I mean, for me, I probably was gonna maybe get 3 grand for the whole interior, so to be able to keep the center console and some of the other components is probably worth it for me. If I really wanted to retail some of the stuff, like the door cards and whatnot, I could probably sell it to some M2 35i guy or whatever that wants the blue stitching. And yeah, so nonetheless, here it is. Time to go race car. Let's get this back seat out. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and pull the bolts holding the back. I already pulled them. First step is to release them from the trunk side so that they tip forward, and then you want to get that side bolt. All right, guys, so the official method: pull the passenger side first, and then Morgan's fighting this rod. It's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Smack it real good once you get the bolt off.
Somewhat, yeah.
What the hell?
It's because that stupid fucking rubber always there.
Hold on.
It's the rubber. It's just
You gotta tip it like flat. All right, guys, so we've gone ahead and removed our seat belts. We're gonna be weighing every single thing. We're gonna remove this carpet. I just removed the inner rear panel, which is gonna make this thing way louder because there was quite a bit of sound insulation on that. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll put them back in eventually, but I really don't think so, actually. This rear partial shelf, I don't know. I kind of want to strip it. I haven't decided. This rear carpet, haven't decided. I mean, long term, yes, it's gonna get stripped, and we're gonna make like an aluminum panel to cover the fuse box, but for now, I may just leave it in there. Morgan's gonna pull all these clips for this little carpet panel here that covers kind of the gas tank, and we're gonna just weigh all this stuff right now and kind of just get a total weight of stripping of how much we can actually take out of this car for you guys out there that just want to go bucket seats in the front, max weight reduction, and no rear seat and whatnot. So yeah, very cool. Next step of the build commences. All right, guys, here we got a massive pile of interior bits. We're gonna get to weighing all this stuff here in a second. We just kind of wanted to strip the car down and just have everything out so we could actually fully weigh every single component all at once. Let's give you guys a quick look at everything. So all of the rear trunk panels have been removed. The cover for the battery and whatnot. All of the interior trim panels have been removed, except for the carpet. We will be getting that next. The roof panel is off. We are going to be stripping the airbags out of the car, as we're going to be putting a cage in here, so there's no need for any of this. The visors were bolted back in after pulling the headliner out, just because those will be useful for now while we're driving. It's funny too, the little light here for the center console, or for the headliner, is just going to be hanging here. We're going to have to do some custom wiring stuff to figure out how to delete a lot of this stuff. But yeah, I mean, here's a good look at the car right now. At least, I'm guessing, probably almost 200 pounds of weight reduction. The front seats in total were 115. I know the rear seat in total is about 50. So that brings us to about 165. And I imagine with all these other panels and stuff, they're easily in the airbags. There easily could be another 40 pounds or more that we've removed out of it. We may be leaving this rear partial shelf cover in, as those house the door speakers or the rear speakers for the car. And I do, like I said, I think I said, want to keep the stereo in this thing just for, you know, the odd time that I'm gonna be sitting in line and just want a little bit of noise. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. We've gone ahead and removed like this stuff. We'll be coating all of this stuff out and making sure that none of these components cause any lights or issues with the car. All right guys, we're starting the weighing process again. All right guys, I don't know if you can see that, but 19.3 pounds for the rear seat bottom and the two little side chunks. So we're gonna keep track of everything. So front seats are 57.5, rear seat bottom and sides are 19.3. Now we're gonna do the tops. Maybe just do one at a time or throw it on top of the other one. Tap it real quick.
I did.
Wait, hold on. Throw it down. That right there alone is 21.8. As you guys can see that. 36 pounds in total with both side pieces, upper seat sections, both sides. Trying to weigh the hardware, it's at least a pound. It won't read. Throw maybe that on it with it. Too light. All right guys, another, is that 16 pounds? All right guys, so just miscellaneous trunk trim and like whatnot. 10.3 pounds. Get you guys in there to see. On 10.3. All right guys, so next up is just this random box of trim panel pieces, just more like interior trim and like airbags and foam pieces and like the lights and whatnot, seatbelts. We're gonna go ahead and tear it with the bucket. Oh, it's already been teared with the bucket. Now let's swap it out. Another 21 pounds, guys. 21.2 pounds right there. So just this random box of airbags and seatbelts and stuff is 21 pounds. Now it's gonna be really hard to weigh this headliner, but if I had to guess, it's probably 10 pounds. And there's a few other miscellaneous things that really didn't get weighed, like a couple foam chunks and some hardware. I would say there's at least another 10 pounds that we pulled out of it, and who knows how accurate this scale is, to be honest. It doesn't seem to register when it's super light, so let's see if it picks up on the, oh, it is. Headliner, 7.3 pounds right there for the headliner, so probably roughly another 10 pounds between the hardware and clips and stuff that we've pulled out. Very cool. We'll add this up and see what the total weight reduction is of the car. Let's take a quick look at the car. So right now, everything but basically the front portion of the car is stripped. We have taken out all the A-pillar trim and airbags that run along both sides. As you guys can see, the airbags would normally be here. They have to be drilled to be removed. There's also a bunch of brackets that are riveted to the car in the front and the back. Those have been removed. Obviously, the panel has been removed. We put these back in for just driving purposes. We may or may not be ditching this bad boy. We'll see. I may get like one that clamps to the roll cage, but for now we'll leave that in. We do still need to remove the rear seat latches, and eventually we will probably get a carbon panel to house the speakers. And who knows, we may just ditch the speakers altogether. I do kind of want to keep the speakers because it doesn't add much weight, but we'll see how they work with our carbon door panels. So anyways, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned, as in the next videos, we will be not only installing racing seats and harnesses, but a cage and a carbon roof and a bunch of other cool stuff, which you guys have kind of already seen on our other car. We've got trunks, fenders, hoods, bunch of stuff to reduce the weight on this thing. So super stoked, excited, to get to the next phase of the build. What's really funny is this thing's been really low, and we've probably picked up at least an inch of ride height due to stripping of the weight. So very happy with that. Although we will be putting weight back in with the seats and harnesses and cage, air jacks and all that stuff. At least right now we can get a good idea of what a fully stripped M2 would weigh, and then we'll weigh it again once it's fully complete. So yeah, super amped, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So just doing some quick math here. Once again, front seats were 57.5 times 2, since there's 2 of them. Rear seat bottoms with the sides were 19.3. Rear seat tops were 36. The rear side panels and the trunk cover were 16.9. The rest of the trunk panels and trim pieces were 10.3. Interior panels and seatbelts and clips and airbags and whatnot, 21.2. The headliner was 7.3. And just miscellaneous bolts and clips, roughly 3 pounds. So it comes out to 229 pounds of weight reduction so far. There's at least another 20 pounds off the fenders, or 10 off the fenders, 20 off the hood, and 20 off the trunk. And who knows how much for those front door cards and the center console. We'll be counting that here in a little bit, but not so bad. All right guys, we're finishing up the second seat bracket here for the M2. We've got the red seat in. We've done a swap now of the seats, so we're gonna torque all these main bolts. Morgan's giving these bolts a nice snug. Come on, bro. Okay, too crazy. We've fitted the seat so that it's the right spacing between the two sides, and everything is basically ready to be installed in the car. Once we do the final torque, we've installed our belts. We've actually put the left on the right and the right on the left so that we could not run into the carpet here, because it would normally be like this, so that we kind of hide in behind the seat. It's just a like intermittent thing we're gonna do until the cage is in, which is like literally the very next thing after this weekend. We're tearing the car apart to cage it. So yeah, nonetheless, we're gonna torque this real quick and then get it in the car. Morgan just tossed it in the car. It's so funny. It looks like it's not even there. I love it. And here it is in the car with the red one. It's actually really cool. The black and the red. Just red for driver because I'm on fire. We added some new decals. We got the Manji down here, and little website action up here. Ready for the roll cage and some real racing harnesses and some headsets so that we can listen to music and talk to each other. This thing looks sick. Street legal race car. We are headed to BMW Invasion tomorrow, so we're just getting the last minute prep done to the car. If you like this video, be sure to check out the next one, and if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and like the video. It helps a lot. Thanks, and see you in the next one.